Good
Yeah,
morning,
try
No
not
Man's
to.
Sky fans, travelers, and interlopers. Welcome to episode 23 of NMS's Life, where No Man's Sky is more than a game, it's a way of life. With me, as always, is my friend and fellow host, DG Squared. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, travelers. Good morning, Cloud Runner.
So we've had, I can't believe it's been a full year since the last NMS Olympics. A year has gone by, incredible. So we've had another successful NMS Olympics that just completed over the weekend with its closing ceremonies and final few events. And here to discuss more on that is our good pal, SpaceArtGek. So good morning to you, my friend, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning, guys.
So we had our final weekend with closing ceremonies. Before we go on further details with the closing ceremonies, maybe you can tell us what happened this weekend event-wise on Saturday and Sunday, and how the turnout was.
Oh, you got it, man. PvP finals on Saturday.
Right.
Was just something else. We had Snow Obsidian, Normie, myself, Rabbit Gripper, all in doing matches. Snow Obsidian didn't even drop a point. He was that good.
Oh, wow.
I almost got him in one of the rounds. He ended up he awarded me a bronze for it. But it was he's quite a competitor. The followed up with a Colossus race, and Snow once again took that race. Rabbit got second. Third place was Normie, I believe. I pull up the table here.
Then they've added some beef to the Colossus too, I think, since the last time. I know you guys did the Colossus race last year. I think it was probably a little quicker this time, right?
They've made improvements. They have. It was a quicker race, and it was above ground too. Last year, it was underwater. Part of it, I think, 3/4 of it was underwater, which made it kind of silly and fun at the same time.
The Colossus race, I think it was last year. But then after the race, we went and dumped our vehicles in the water. Is what I remember, because we were all really, we had more speed in the Colossus this year. It was Killmister who actually won bronze. He put together this awesome second race and edged out Normie and I to get into the medal column.
Oh, nice.
And then Sunday the Nomad long jump, we did that event. Snow, Rabbit, and Normie were the podium there, but we had over 8 people. Like, we had DG Squared, Boyd, Polo Elpida, Captain Admin. We had a lot of people take part. That was pretty nice.
So when you guys
it was a real fun event.
When you guys do the long jump in that, what do you guys do? You go off a mountain or a ramp, or?
I had this place in my original Delta Quadrant home called Rarlink, and I had a base there for a little while, and it's on top of these volcanoes. So there's at first, when I found it, I would just jetpack off the side and just drop. You can just drop forever. So I eventually started building the ramp, and even Boyd came out and was working on the ramp a little bit yesterday before everybody started jumping.
Oh, nice.
And you pretty much can clear large space over water. At first, I thought I had a good chance at a medal. I was a good benchmark, and I'd hold my line and wait for everybody to try to jump past me. And then eventually, guys were clearing me. So Snow got about 13 ahead, and then it was like 900 units from the marker. And then we had Rabbit was barely missed passing him, and then Normie barely got past me to get the bronze on that one. And then a lot of the other close to hitting the DG Squared was actually close. He came close to winning too. He was close to like 903 units.
No, get out.
Yeah, I was
right where I was
away.
too. Yeah.
It was a close battle, I have to admit.
Nice.
Yeah, so DG could have either been close where I was. So that one, we got better at marking off, but we held the line of where each player was. First time on that one.
Yeah, right on. And then you guys had the closing ceremonies. And what perfect timing for Hello Games to add the fireworks. Like DG and I were talking about that off air this morning. Like couldn't have been a better time for something like that to be added to the game.
That's a great point. You know, I've as a player, a big fan of Hello Games. I'm nothing but appreciative of this game and everything they've done, and never played a game for this long. You know, I don't really, I don't ask for anything. I just enjoy this game, and when I saw that they put those fireworks on the trailer, you know, it was like, thank you, man. That's more than enough for me. I'm really appreciative of that.
It's the simple things, like the spinning chair or the lights you can turn on and off. Fireworks, right? You place them and put up a little light display. Simple. Geez, it sure made a lot of players happy, and it was great timing. Just in time for the towards the end of the Olympics, we got to use them, and it just sort of made things a little bit more fun at the end.
Yeah, that's really cool. Great way to close it all off. Did you guys do your? I know last year you did the big group photo thing. You guys all gathered. All the participants and everything gathered in the one planet with the Olympic base and everything. Did you guys do that this year?
Yeah, it was. You don't have all the game, and you have these instances of quads. So we had to keep switching players into those instances.
Oh, okay.
And it's something throughout the games we had to do, but it was at the very end. It was we were at the fireworks tower and just letting off fireworks as many as we could. And that was it had the same energy of the first one. It was just really great feeling, a lot of fun, and yeah, it was epic the way at first we didn't think we would make it to the tower because we had trouble earlier, but we got there and then we raced or we tried to race anyway, the second one. But after that celebration became just a nice highlight of the games.
Yeah, that's cool.
Polo was up there. DG was up there lighting fireworks. Rabbit was there. It was some neat stuff.
Yourself, Normie was there. I think Boyd was there for a short while too, before he had to go. Just about everybody was there. Captain Admin was there for the long jump. I don't think he made it to the closing ceremonies, but we can always find some fireworks for him to shoot off.
Absolutely. The Sentinel Slaughter event where he captured his first gold was very, very good performance. Great job creating his low flight ship race. He had to go to work, but he was there for a lot of these Olympics, and he
built some great events. He made some great events. The low flight race, very underrated. I would highly recommend that in next year's Olympics for sure. It was a lot of fun, and he built a great track using the terrain as his track and markers. So it was easy to follow. A lot of fun, that one. I missed the Sentinel Slaughter as well. I didn't get a chance to participate in that one. Work, unfortunately, got me as well. But last year's event was a great success. This year's event was an even bigger success. And I look forward to the year after, because I think he's planning another set of Sentinel Slaughter with all kinds of new additions that have come up with a multiplayer and PvP. So it looks to be a great event to go on year after year.
Yeah, we've done this twice now, and I wasn't even sure if we wanted to do another. Or I remember, we loved the first one. It was not easy to plan, but we got through it. And then the second one, we just decided, let's just go for it, and we just kind of went about it. And it was no fuss, no drama. We just did our thing, and I think it turned out nice.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think a lot of people look forward to it too. I mean, not just the participants, but I mean even people that enjoy watching. I know there's a few nerd leaguers that they ask me. They'll ask me how'd the Olympics go, and I'll say I haven't tuned in yet because I always watch them after the fact. But I know there's a lot of people that just like to watch it. That don't even partake in the events. So a lot of people really do appreciate what you guys have done. And including myself and DG, and it's wonderful, and I can't wait for a third year. Like I say, I can't believe it's been a year since the three of us have had this conversation, about the closing ceremonies of last year's NMS Olympics, and here we are a year later already. So I'm sure next year will be just as good, if not better. Speaking of that, same thing we asked you last time. Do you have anything in your mind right now that wasn't in the Olympics that you guys are thinking of adding for next year? Or is it too early
absolutely.
to tell?
Some of the events from the first year that didn't make it into this Olympics, we want to bring back maybe a couple, like Aqua Shark Survival.
Oh, right. Was
one. Maybe like the TOG the Dark Tower event. That was one that we, there's a few people that created those events that were, or at least the Dark Tower that couldn't make it. So, but if, Aqua Shark was my location was gone for that. We tried to do soccer. That was one, we worked with Scaffaroni. That player was on Xbox. And then he had another player working with him who was on PS4, but we tried to arrange something where we could get Xbox players together for his event. Ultimately, I didn't want to hold soccer if the host and creator of the event wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
So that was how that turned out, but we appreciated his input during the Olympics. But other than that, we had a lot of games we did, a lot of events, and sometimes we had to trying to get a little bit of travel or trying to get to the location at once. But, as we went along, it was easier to manage.
Oh, that's great. And you guys had real medals to hand out, I believe, right, for the winners?
Yeah, Swisher and Mrs. Swisher did a great job on creating the medals as part of the committee. You get each player for each event gets medal and certificate sent out, and in the total table, we had 53 medals.
Wow.
That's close to the total count we had last year, which we had 56.
Wow.
So there's the 19 gold, 18 silver, 16 bronze, each with certificates, and different amounts of due to the split results, like the Zoo Scan Challenge.
Oh, okay.
Normie and I getting the same amount of scans. Both years in a row, we had split results on a couple of the zoo scans. First year was the silvers.
Oh, that's great! Shout out to those guys for making those. That's incredible.
They did a great job. I'm really happy with what they did. They got this etched on the front with a little globe, and it says NMS Olympics. There's bronze, silver, and gold, and there's players be getting those in the mail.
Oh, that's great.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
A physical award for competing in a video game that we all love to do and would compete whether there were rewards or not.
Yeah.
No, another big shout out to Swisher and his wife. Yeah, that's just tremendous. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Who made
that means a lot.
Swisher and who made them?
Swisher and his wife.
Oh, and his wife. Oh, nice.
On Amino, they're Swisher and Mrs. Swisher.
Oh, that's great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
They both have a home on Amino.
What's that? Yeah. Sorry, you cut out on me.
They have a Prime visited their base.
Sorry, you cut out on me. I didn't hear.
Oh, okay. Let's see if maybe that's better. Make sure this is.
He was saying that both Swisher and Mrs. Swisher have made a home on Amino Prime, the capital planet capital planet and system in the Amino Hub.
Okay.
Yeah, both active members in the community and well liked.
That's
just
great.
A really, really good couple. Everybody really enjoys.
That's a lot of work
interacting with Swisher together. And Mrs. Swisher.
Yeah,
it is, and a tremendous contribution to the Olympics.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
there was a lot of new games too added this year. I noticed. Do you want to tell us some of the newer games that were added to the Olympics?
Okay, well, the one that you created, DG, was the warp race, and that was phenomenal. I'll never forget that one. There's players racing thousands of light years in a loop back to the TOG. I remember trying to train for it. It was a little difficult because trying to figure out the inputting. Ultimately, I realized that it kind of restored my faith in math a little bit. I was one of the competitors in that with Normie and DG. Really, it was a rush getting that first race marker. And then when I couldn't find the second marker, we were like 2 hours into it. I was like,
it's a longer race.
I got to try this event again. Yeah, that is a good event. I was really happy with that.
Yeah, a few fine tuning definitely needs to be made. It was a fun event. It was something I wanted to try in last year's, but time and logistics made things a little bit difficult. But this year it worked out, and we were able to come up with a reasonably short track, for long distance travel. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed putting that one together. And it's still up. I left all the bases still there, and anybody can take part if they want to have fun with that afterwards. And hopefully next year we'll get a chance to try that again after tweaking it a little bit.
All right, I'm going to practice that one. Make sure I don't miscalculate that extra SIS class upgrade that I add, so I don't overshoot the target and be like, "Why am I 5 ahead?" But yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah, you have to keep your wits about you on that one for sure. Definitely a little bit of math involved and thinking, and now it was a fun challenge, really fun challenge.
That was one we wanted to add to the first Olympics. We weren't able to. We talked around similar types of events, maybe like a relay or something. But yeah, and to be able to plan that event, geez, the amount of work that went into it. You also did the Nautilon as well.
The Nautilon roll was awesome. Yeah,
that was all for fun. I love that.
Yeah, silly awesome.
Thing to do? Yeah. And the turnout was really, really good. I was really happy with the turnout, and I was happy to have put that one forth in the Olympics. It gave a lot of people a lot of big smiles just competing in that, whether you won or not. That's a fun one. I'd love to do that again.
There. Killmister was on that. Deep Six played. Lily Hawk won a medal. The NMS Cafe.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, everybody turned out for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one just looked like a blast. I gotta say, like the new with the new features with No Man's Sky Next, there's a lot different than it was last year. That's for sure. I mean, being able to see multiple people in one session and multiple vehicles and all that stuff just makes those things that much better.
It was fun. It did pose some interesting challenges because you're limited to the 4 people in the multiplayer instance. So inevitably there's always, others that are left out. So you have to juggle, people coming and going out of the multiplayer instance in order to get the experience of seeing them compete alongside with you and have their scores match up, in a fair manner. I think we did pretty good. I know SpaceArtGek worked tirelessly to try and coordinate having all the different groups. We meet up and then try and coordinate on a PSN chat party who's going to come in next and compete for the next round. There was a lot involved, and for the most part, it all worked out pretty darn smooth. Having people come in and out of the different multiplayer lobbies, I can see a lot more refining and things being even smoother come the next Olympics.
Yeah, there's a certain system. Like between each week, you have your event. You can rest the next day sometimes. So maybe do one or two things. I think you got to get your promos out. You got to try to do it all over again the next weekend. And so yeah, third or fourth week, I think both years a little bit of Olympic fatigue kind of sets in. You've especially if you have to like work early or something. So you kind of juggle those things, and then you just do each event. But I think especially toward the end, the final stream we had was just great, and I think we were humming on all cylinders there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and kudos to the entire Olympic committee who worked really hard each and every week on all the different events. Each person had their own responsibilities to put their project out there and promote it and coordinate the efforts of having people compete in those events. It was a lot of work for a lot of people, and congratulations to everybody who put an event forward and had a great time. It made for everybody's good time. So thank you.
Yeah, I'll echo that. Yeah, big thanks to everybody for putting that together, yourself included, Gek.
Oh, I appreciate you, Cloud Runner, and the supporters like you and people who come in to give us good comments. It's really nice and supportive. Those who join the stream, it makes me want to do another one.
Well, good, because we're looking forward to another one next year.
Yeah, you guys.
We're gonna hold you to it.
It's like a yearly holiday to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, especially when everybody's together and you're having fun. That's why we have the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
I'm game. Yeah, when we start planning again, just hit me up. I'm there to help.
So No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I think everybody, the TOG, Mino Hub, can't thank you guys enough for everything you've done. Yeah, that's pretty speechless about it.
No, that's great. If anyone wants to check it out too. Sorry, Deej. I was just gonna say if anyone wants to check it out, even though it's over now, you can still go back and check the archive videos. I'm assuming they're archived videos on the NMS Olympics Twitch channel.
Absolutely. On Twitch, NMS Olympics, they'll stay there for about 2 weeks. Right now, they're already moved to the SpaceArtGek YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So every match, and you can watch the first Olympics too if you like.
Perfect.
And there's an Olympic Wiki too. So Gamepedia, we've got all the scores, all the medal columns, and the medal tables.
Oh, right, the wiki. That's where you guys keep track of everyone. That's like the leaderboards and everything can be found on there, right?
Correct, and too. That's one of my favorite things about this event is creating the art and the posters and and how those turn out each week. So you can browse through all the posters for each event on the wiki, and it's good history, and they're for both Olympics. So there's a 2017 one and a 2018 one now.
Oh, that's great. I really love the shield that was created for the Olympics with the Olympic rings with all the race factions in those rings. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, Rabbit Gripper was. I've seen a couple of his designs before, and I think he does some great art. So I asked him if he would make a shield for us, and he was very polite and awesome to make one for us, and it turned out really nice.
Oh, right on.
And it's those rings, the design, it's fabulous.
Another tremendous contribution by one of the many people who came together to put together a really good Olympics. Everybody really did a hell of a job and came together. Great contribution every sort.
Yeah, it really shows that it's the spirit of the Olympics, right? It's community coming together. Everybody putting, if there are any differences, I don't think the No Man's Sky community has a lot of differences to set aside. I think we're all mostly, for the most part, like-minded people, but it's just great to see everybody come together to build something collectively and then just have fun with it.
Yeah, and the host of the event, the TOG, Normie, and Prana. I'm not sure if Prana is on or well or not. We haven't heard from him for a while, but Normie had worked quite hard himself and put together a lot of events in the TOG space. It was the perfect area because it was very easy to navigate to. Okay. Easy to get to if you just came into the area. You can just fly right to it. And boy, oh boy, they had lots of great space and lots of great systems to choose from in building events. Myself, I had to do a little bit of a search, to find right areas to build. And there's just so much to choose from out there. It was a great location.
Right on.
The solar system race we had with flying through the rings, that was one of my favorite events too. That TOG 119, and drew up a little map for it and everything. We didn't do that. Was like the only solar system race we had that was a little different, but we might have one or two more of those next time.
Oh, good.
Oh, I hope so. I never got a chance to defend my title this year.
So you're the champ. You're the champ for another year, then, by default.
Yeah, you could. He's got the first medalist that solar system race. I remember that event, and Niblet, and in permadeath. Yeah, a lot of history in these events. A lot of memories that'll. And then from this year, there's some stuff that happened that was kind of funny, and we were dancing in the space station at the beginning of yesterday's stream. That's fun to watch.
That's great.
I think any player interaction is all kind of fun.
Yeah.
Anytime you get players together and there's laughing and giggling, just a whole lot of fun. And they've introduced a bunch of emotes, which make it kind of fun and. As well, the dancing, who'd have thought something as simple and silly like that has become so popular and fun for everyone.
I wonder if there'll be like an emote competition, like a beauty pageant or something like that. We'll have an emote competition where people chain together emotes to make dance moves or something.
That would be pretty cool, man.
Dance Revolution in No Man's Sky.
Dancing with the Galactic Stars or something.
Yeah. Break dance or something,
all you need is a stage and a couple of lights, right?
Yeah, Euclid's Got Talent. Something like that.
Yeah, we started the stream and we cut right intro and there's Boyd dancing. And then next thing you know, we had all the dance in unison. And then we went over and formed a line the front of the space station, and it was about. We're supposed to start a stream. It was like 10 minutes of us just laughing doing that, and then we started the event.
Oh, that's great! Oh yeah, new people popping in there just watching it. Like I thought this was supposed to be some Olympic thing.
We've thankfully we had the overlay graphics there, but it turned out pretty good. It made some new music this year too, and I'll probably do some more mixing, maybe put up some songs for people to listen to from the events.
Actually, yeah, your overlay looks great. Who made that?
That was mine. Put that together, and I didn't know how to make one. I had to research it, and then last year I did a few, and then this year I just kind of upgraded it.
Yeah, it looked great.
Made one for each event.
Oh, it looked wonderful, dude.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Now the music that you used for the event, you wrote that yourself?
Yeah, the music, the Rome Race song that you hear at the beginning, I recorded that in last year, like around October.
Right on.
And also the Olympic theme itself, the ceremony music. I'm gonna do some updates. I'm gonna remix them with tape actually, just to I like the way tape sounds. And then. Yeah, then one other song I did called Summit that was on too.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
They
I
were
didn't know you
great.
did that.
Yeah, I like to jam and record music. I've actually heard some of your stuff too, Dylan. I thought it was quite good. You were singing, playing guitar. I was like,
thanks.
wow, man, we should
Yeah,
collab
thanks,
on
man.
something.
Yeah, I'm more of a drummer these days, but I still like to pick up the guitar and belt out a few tunes whenever I can.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I was belting it out, and I was like, I wanted to jam along.
Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, that's the cool
You
thing
get
with the internet. You can do things
NMS
like
jam
that.
session.
Oh yeah, you can collaborate now, right? Like easily with the internet. It's wonderful. It's a great time to live in this era. You know, the technology era, and it's only getting better. I mean, things like that, and just going back to No Man's Sky and the Olympics. Like I said last year, it's something that's not in the game itself. It's not a feature that you opt into from the menu. Would you like to join the No Man's Sky Olympics? This is all player created. So for everyone listening, if this is the first time you've heard of the No Man's Sky Olympics, or if you're just learning of it recently or whatnot, it's all player created. It's not something that Hello Games is, it's not an option in the game or anything like that. So it's people creating events, collaborating together from all over the world. There's people in Europe, there's people in the States, Canada, all over the place that are working together to make these events happen. And it's just a beautiful thing to see it all come together. So I want to commend all you guys again, Swisher for making those, and Mrs. Swisher for making those medals, Gek and the rest of the team, DG and all you other guys that have created events and put in a lot of love to make this a success, and really just a lot of fun for a lot of people. Hats off to you guys.
Well, thank you. Hats off. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys have done a great job, and like I say, a lot of people appreciate it. A lot of people look forward to it, and I'm sure we're all looking forward to the next one next year. I still can't believe it's already been a year. That just seemed to fly by. Here we are again talking about another No Man's Sky, another successful No Man's Sky Olympics. So here's to the future of the NMSO, and I just want to thank you again for coming on the show with us and just talking about No Man's Sky.
Hear, hear.
Rock on, guys. Rock on, nerd. It's a toast, raising my coffee mug.
Yeah, it's early over there for you. I appreciate you getting up nice and early and joining us. I know it's always funny with time zones and everything to have guests come on the show, so I appreciate you taking out the time of your schedule to join us.
Oh, always glad. Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Always a pleasure. Thanks again, Gek.
So I'll have the description to your to both your channels, your Twitch channels, in the description of the YouTube video below. And for everyone who's here listening live, thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. Stick around. We'll do our regular No Man's Sky stream following this. And if you're listening to the YouTube archive of this, don't forget to subscribe, and you're a beautiful person.
And thanks, Nerd League. Till next time.